I'm leaning on the lamppost.
Hello, and welcome to the 11th podcast. We did just record this.
We have just recorded one, and it was an hour and 20 minutes long, and we chatted for ages, and the file corrupted, so we're back at it again.
Yeah, we lost
9 o'clock at night.
basically all of it, apart from 7 minutes at the end.
7 minutes at the end!
And we did this great discussion about Daredevil, and we're going to do it again, basically.
We're gonna try and... I mean, it's a good... I enjoy talking about it.
Yeah.
I'll probably remember more things now.
Yeah, we're passionate.
But we're going to try and get at least half an hour out of this.
Yes. So sorry for the shorter podcast, for anyone who actually does listen.
Also, sorry if we don't sound...
as fresh with our ideas.
Fresh.
Yeah, because we've obviously both now spoke about this, so we're probably going to...
Yeah. Because every week we try to make sure we don't talk about things that we,
save it for the recording.
Come up in the podcast.
Which is literally the genesis of the podcast was, why don't we just record our conversation?
Exactly.
And so sorry if this one doesn't sound as conversational.
Well, we'll do our best.
Yeah, it's just us talking anyway, so it's going to be... but Daredevil.
I think this is just going to be all spoilers. If you're watching this
is our spoiler discussion.
Because this is a Daredevil specific.
I mean, it's been out now for a week. So people,
fuck you.
People have had time to watch it, you know.
Yeah,
and even if not, you can always like the video or save it to a playlist or something and come back to it when you're ready to listen.
Watch
to
later
it.
is a
watch later.
So please do.
Yeah.
So
yeah, tell me what you thought about it. Daredevil.
You know what I thought about it. No,
before the audience, tell me.
No, I really love the. I love the season. To begin with, I was really into it. I really like the fact that the first 3 episodes are solidly about developing Matt as now a Daredevil, as a proper vigilante, as someone who is known in the media. I really enjoyed the fact that the first 3 episodes are about Punisher. Yeah. The whole 3rd episode is a Punisher episode.
Yeah, like I believe the 3rd episode is one where he's chained.
Yeah, it's the one where it's basically just him and the two Punisher and Daredevil on the roof.
And we get this really great sort of... The whole episode is just two completely different ideologies just going at it.
Yeah.
Like...
It's these two people who both have reasons for what they do.
Yeah. Like, Punisher's like, you need to kill these people to finish the job.
These people don't deserve a second chance.
Yeah, and then Daredevil's like, no, they need to be given trial
and
and
rehabilitated.
Catholicism and all this stuff, like, you know? But, like, that episode is just fantastic.
It's probably... the thing is, Daredevil, Season 1, favourite episode, Episode 3. Yeah. Season 2, favourite episode... No, I think there were better episodes in season... That episode. I think as an acting viewpoint, I think it's definitely one of the better episodes.
Episode 4 where Punisher is on the gravestone.
On the gravestone, yeah.
Because that easily
whole monologue is so good.
Like it, I was on the verge of tearing up.
How's it start? Is it Matt saying to him? Is it Daredevil saying to him, "Why do you say the poem?"
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he could hear him saying the poem after being interrogated by the Irish people. One patch, 2 patch.
1 patch, 2 patch.
Penny and a dime.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I like that.
I think in the last time he says it, which is on the boat.
Yeah.
With
just before it blows up.
Who he thinks is the blacksmith. Who he thinks is the.
But then Daredevil's like, "Nah, dude, it's not. It's a decoy.
Don't kill him." But and he sort of goes, "Oh, 1 patch, 2 patch, penny and a dime. Here we go." I was like, yes.
I wanted to ask you about that actually. You know when the guys turn up and they're like, "Good to see you again, Frank," or something like that, and it's like the first hint that these people are ex-military and they knew him, and that's where the blacksmith comes into it. Like straight away, as soon as I saw that guy with like the distinctive like dyed blonde hair, I was like, this character hasn't seen the end of it. And then in the next episode, when they bagged him up and they focused on him, I was like, yeah, there's something going on here.
This is someone important.
And then suddenly you see him in the picture in the blacksmith's house, and you're like, oh, okay. Like,
I think anytime...
That was cool. How they did that.
The thing is with Marvel, anytime they focus on something...
Yeah.
It's coming something. Back. Like, it's something important.
But I think we both sort of... Did you fall for obviously the blacksmith before we know him to be the blacksmith turning up at... or being a witness or whatever it is, telling his story at the courthouse? Like that was it. I thought he'd never come back. I thought that was his scene.
I sort of, because he's a sort of a C-lister actor.
Yeah.
B-lister. No, I'd say the rest of them are B-listers. He's sort of C.
Yeah. But he's just the guy that is the military guy every time. Yeah, he's the
dude in Flash as well.
Yeah.
And but yeah, he sort of showed up, and I was like, okay, they've got a relatively known guy to do this. And they probably got him because this required a bit of acting. This was a very his story is very important. It's very,
and he can sell it as like a commander or whatever.
So I was like, okay, that's decent. And then I sort of expected her to go when she got into the investigative journalism side of it. I was like, okay, maybe he'll come back. But I was very much under the impression that that's probably his episode.
Like his character doesn't go that far. Like, you know, like he did it.
Yeah, there wasn't much to the character until you found out.
Yeah, and then I kind of felt a little bit stupid when suddenly, of course they'd introduced this character to bring him back later. Like, of course the blacksmith was going to turn out to be someone we've already seen.
Anyone you meet is going to... Like, even the doctor who's like, I've got something to say, and they clear the courtroom or whatever. He came back.
Exactly, yeah. So, like, these people weren't one-shot ponies.
Yeah.
Like, the only one that didn't come back is that guy that supposedly studied the headshot trauma and like other people that had that same experience. Like he only appeared in one scene. That was it.
Wasn't that the same guy who said like, I can't do this. I've got to.
No, confess. He had like a laser pointer and it was a dark room.
No, I do remember that because I remember being like.
But he was literally there for exposition.
Weird scene. Like,
like that scene was literally just there to say that the Punisher is a unique case.
Yeah, basically.
And everyone else is different.
Like, We've spoken about this earlier, but the everything we've said,
everything we're saying. Well, funny enough, we hadn't actually said any of that stuff we just said, but
good for us.
We're finding new things.
But we did say this earlier. But the scene where Matt treats Frank as hostile as on the witness stand, fucking hell, that was great. That was awesome, because he's like that's the point where you sort of think. Maybe Frank knows that.
Yeah, he's sort of like his head sort of turns a bit and like.
But then in a later episode he says I think it's episode 11 or 12 he says like, the lawyer guy's in love with you, or you're in love with the lawyer guy. Yeah. Like you could see it, like you could cut the tension in the room. Like I was sort of like, wait, did he figure out that he was Daredevil, or did he figure out? Or was that what he was paying attention to? So it was sort of like a bit on edge.
Well, the blacksmith sort of was saying, he explained to Karen that that Punisher's very good at picking up on body language and stuff.
Yeah, he reads people. He does impressions.
Yeah. Which I think that's a really cool character description.
Yeah, because it's something that's very believable. Like. In the military as well, like you hear these stories of like my cousin went to Afghanistan, and he was like, everyone learned how to play guitar. Yeah. Like whilst they were there.
I guess there's not much else. Yeah, there's not much else to do.
So they sort of that's where all the sort of banter comes from in these military movies is because they've got to lighten up the worst of a situation.
You can imagine Frank Castle
you can and you can't.
Yeah.
Like you can imagine a side of Frank. Doing that,
yeah.
But you can't imagine Punisher doing that.
No, yeah.
Which is why he is so good in this fucking this show.
Like he nailed it.
He really did.
Like we said earlier, that it was probably a bit nerve-wracking for him to join the cast.
Yeah,
but he just owned it. He was like, you know what? Screw the cast. I'm number one now.
It's like Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany played Jarvis.
Yeah, it's like him coming in to be Vision for the first time. Yeah. Like he's been in all these movies, but he's
never been on set and never met any of them. Right?
He's like maybe done Comic-Con with them or something or whatever, but he's never performed with them.
No.
So that must have been terrifying. So it's very much like that.
Yeah, sort of stepping up and then just doing.
I also really appreciate the fact that he's completely different from Shane in Walking Dead.
Oh right, yeah.
Like those two characters are like they have a lot in common. They're just dealt with completely differently.
So when you think of the actor now, are you going to think of Shane or are you going to think of Punisher?
I think in Punisher purely because Shane was in 2 seasons of Walking Dead. Yeah. Now he's been gone and we're in the 5th season.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's sort of like he's a distant memory of Shane. For some reason in my head, I always think of the actor as he was in a movie called Grudge Match,
Right.
which is the Raging Bull versus Rocky Balboa movie, which is De Niro versus Stallone.
Right. Okay.
So it was a comedy film, but he plays Robert De Niro's son in that,
Right.
like a long lost son. And he's in that. He's not really got a big part in it, but I just remember him in it for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's me being like a hipster, like dick, and like being like, oh, well actually,
Well, I
he's
knew him
this
in this
movie,
film, right.
So, but yeah, that just always. I'm always like, oh yeah, he was in that,
Yeah.
and it's a weird connection to
Mm.
make. But yeah, he's
He was.
I definitely think he's. The thing is, I've read more Walking Dead than I have Punisher or Daredevil, like
Yeah.
obviously, because I've read pretty much all the Walking Dead. But he's very similar. Like all the characters in the Walking Dead are depictions of their comic book like traits,
Yeah.
or like
Interpretation.
yeah,
maybe,
or interpretations which include other characters'
Okay.
traits and
Like
stuff.
amalgamation.
Yeah, so they sort of
say,
they mix and mash it and sort of
Mm.
stuff. So like, if one character dies one way in the comics, it'll be like, oh yeah, but that's how she died.
Yeah.
But oh okay, so they basically
These two
swap their
characters
characters
are
a little bit.
combined. Yeah.
But yeah, and Shane was really much like he was in the comics. But I don't know. Yeah, he just nailed Punisher so much that now I'm just like, that dude is the Punisher.
Yeah.
That dude is Frank
The
Castle.
definitive
He's
Punisher.
Yeah, the best one we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Even though we've seen 3 of them and they've all been
Yeah.
terrible. Like,
Yeah, like I'm so glad that it just turned out alright, you know? Like,
it turned out alright.
yeah, it turned out great.
It turned out really fucking good. I really love the fact that he argued with Karen when she was trying to get him to go up with having PTSD.
Yeah.
That was...
Yeah, like
one of
that
my
shows
favourite
like
things
that
about
he's... Because some people might watch it and think, oh, well, he's obviously a monster and he's a killer and stuff. But like,
Yeah.
there was moments like that where it really grounded him as just like, no, this guy has respect still.
Yeah.
Even though he's a killer, he still has that kind of.
That was
like,
the thing. He's not insane.
Yeah.
Because he knew what he was doing and he agreed with what he was doing.
Yeah.
But he also... He knew that what he was doing wasn't right.
Mm.
But it was just...
But he was doing it because
his,
he believed
his
he had
justice.
to. And it's an interesting character because it's almost like his superpower, if you will, is that for like that drive that he has to do things because of that headshot
Yeah.
that like has caused him to constantly think about that one moment. And that is his drive to do everything. So it's almost as if his one superpower is like continuous motivation.
I just had an epiphany.
What is it?
The part in the hospital where Karen's like, I've got this picture and I went to your house. Fuck you, you're gonna take us as a lawyer.
Right.
And he like, and then after that he takes them on and he's like, no, I want to speak to her.
Yeah.
He's led in bed and he's like asking her questions about like the house when she was walking through it, and that's like a really nice dialogue, like the scene between the two.
Yeah.
But he's like asking her questions and she's reminding him of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and because you find out he's only been thinking about this this traumatic experience.
Yeah. It's like almost therapeutic to get more information.
And he's like, and she's like, oh yeah, and there was it was like dinosaurs or whatever on the floor, and he was like, and you could see it in his eyes, he was like, oh shit, yeah, they had that.
Yeah. It's like, wow, there are more memories than just the day they died.
And that I think on a second watch would be like, huge.
Powerful. Yeah.
And like on the first watch, it was really emotional, but
So
it
it's
just
cool.
didn't have the depth.
The context of like, oh, he's constantly thinking about that one event.
This is why because I'm sort of like, why hasn't he been back, like home?
Yeah.
But it's because every time he thinks of his family, he can't think of them outside of
that one event.
Out of that car, like
hideous event. Because
traumatic.
didn't he say that his like daughter had no face or something?
I don't know.
Like that's
probably.
fucked up. Like, ugh.
But then he shoots. The Irish guy who was also Vincent van Gogh in
in Doctor Who.
Who's Scottish, so
yeah,
good actor. Well done, good accent.
Good on him.
But yeah, he shoots him in the face, which I think is also when Daredevil hears him say "one patch, two patch."
Yeah, penny in a dime.
Yeah. And
because he's hit behind a table.
Yeah, because he sort of comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But he shoots him in the face, and his character in the comics has like the Joker's false face on.
Yeah.
Like 2 layers to his face.
Oh, so you think it might be a reference to that?
That was like a nice little nod to that.
That's clever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really well done.
Well
Go
done,
then.
well done them.
Hooray!
The stick thing. I want to talk about this because I love
his
it.
baton.
His new gadget that he gets right at the end of the
Yeah.
season. Like, I love how like last season it was, he now has the costume. This season, last episode, he now has the iconic weapon.
Because he swings down from the building.
Yeah.
Fucking, that was
Yeah.
like, I was like, this is
our first look
comic.
at Spider-Man.
Yeah. They were experimenting.
Yeah, like
But no, yeah, I saw it. I was like, every still like from comics, every like. He's like swinging with it, and he's got the one blade, the one part of the baton like out wide, the wire in between. He's holding the other, and he's sort of like Spider-Man it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm finally seeing this.
I honestly thought that they'd never do it.
That's what I was
I thought they weren't going to do it. I thought they were like, this is too
even when he got the even when he got that, you can animate that later.
Okay.
Even when he got that, like I was convinced he was just going to use it to like, because he first demonstrates like using the
to like retract.
yeah,
and, like,
and he
back.
smashes that like bottle or whatever,
Yeah.
and then he brings it back, and she's like, "When do I get one?" It's like, "Oh, there was only one. Like, I only have one. It's prototype." And he's like, "No, she doesn't need it." I was like, that was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, he swung down from the building, and I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, like they're actually doing it. Like
And it was practical.
crazy.
It was like a practical effect.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
one thing
definitely looked at anyway.
The one thing that was a bit weird about it is like, because when you sort of imagine like a grapple or like someone grappling down like that, is you'd imagine like a little hook or something.
Well,
like,
it could have one.
No, but I mean, that's not quite what I mean. It's more so that the fact that it was a giant stick that wrapped around and then like.
But I guess it's more like, it's less like a grapple, more like Indiana Jones's whip.
Yeah, you're right.
Wraps around, and then he's just got a flick and it'll come back.
Yeah. It's that sort of slight suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, I mean, it's a blind guy running through a building.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Don't question it, Sam.
Herp-a-derp. Yeah, but yeah, I think they nailed it, and I'm so glad they're doing that.
I also like the fact that he did call it like the guy who makes all the stuff. He was like, I like the fact that he made it red. Like, he was like,
yeah.
this is going to him at some point.
Yeah.
But I also like the fact that he was like, oh yeah, it's just like it's a police baton, basically. But I've just made a few edits to it.
Yeah, it's 10 times cooler now.
Yeah, it's like it's my version of.
I'm gonna make a quick prediction for season 3 of Daredevil, or if it's in the Defenders.
Sweet.
So first season at the end of the season we got the suit. The second season at the end we got the iconic weapon.
Mm-hmm.
End of the third season he'll have the DD
on his
chest. Because then that'll be the complete character.
Yeah,
that'll be him. Comic book.
He'll be wearing Ben Affleck's leather costume.
Yeah.
I'd be cool with that. I feel like that would come now he's called himself Daredevil.
Yeah, it needs to happen. Surely the DD. It's iconic. Not iconic, but like it's
pretty
of
like you see when it's the poster of the first season where he's on the. It's the street lights.
Yeah.
It's the DD.
It's the DD. So
you know.
It's got to happen
DD
at
is.
some point.
Everyone knows what double Ds are.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Daredevil.
Yeah.
Double D's are Daredevil.
Double D's on the chest, you know.
Double D's on the chest is Daredevil.
Duh.
Everyone knows double D's on the chest is Daredevil.
Yeah.
What else could it be?
Exactly.
It's Daredevil.
Exactly. I have no idea what
Double
else it
D.
could be.
If your chest says double D, you're Daredevil.
Or you're just a bit odd for.
Or you're Daredevil. No,
Yeah,
you're Daredevil.
you're Daredevil.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they'll do a chest or whether it'll just be like a Ralph Lauren logo.
I hope not.
The top, like just one of his chest palettes has like a DD on it or something.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Stupid, I don't think.
No, but I also hope not, because you want the big iconic DD.
Yeah.
You know.
But the costume's not really. It's not a comic book.
No, I know.
Adaptation costume.
It probably.
I think because it is armored plates, I feel like that's the only way they could do it.
Yeah.
Because it's very much like you've got the abs and you've got the chest.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be. It would look a bit awkward, or it wouldn't stand out because you've got lines going across it, like ab lines.
Just plug my phone in.
Okay.
Because when we recorded this last time, I was like, oh, I should plug my phone in, and now I'm going to.
No, you haven't.
Still didn't.
We'll cut this out.
Don't have to. It's fun.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Yeah, that's not really relevant to the season, I
Kingpin.
suppose, is it? Kingpin.
He's back?
The reveal that he's back.
Kingpin
Holy
is a
keys.
motherfucker.
That
Because
was-
I like the fact that at the end of the episode he was like just doing the chest bumps.
Yeah.
Stood up. You were like, it's Kingpin.
Oh my god! Like seeing the bald head, it was like, holy shit! Of
So-
course
so
he's
it's
coming
like,
back.
I see you got my message.
Yeah.
like, yes!
That was a kind of good impression.
Thank you.
It
Thank
might
you.
not pick up on the mic.
Been working on that.
It was
all
more
week.
the accent, I suppose, more than the voice. I don't know.
It's just really deep. That's,
Yeah.
So you got my message.
You got my message.
It's just hard to. Yeah, it's hard. He's got a really deep voice.
Yeah.
Especially if you watch like Jurassic World,
Mm.
in which he's in. He sounds nothing like him,
Yeah.
or looks nothing like him, or like doesn't even look that tall.
No.
He's
He's
6'3", I think.
He's just supposed to look like an asshole in Jurassic World, I think.
Yeah, but he's 6'3", and he sort of looks like shorter and like slunched over and like, oh fuck me, I got to run away.
Hashtag characterization.
Yeah, good for him, good actor.
But yeah, we both agree that he is so good for the role. Like
He looks,
physically imposing.
yeah,
Like we were saying about the fight with him and Punisher.
and Punisher, yeah.
Like
In
holy
the,
crap, you could
isolation
feel
unit.
you could feel the weight of
Fucking hell, like Punisher is very precise and very
lean
like,
and mean,
this is,
kind of like. Yeah.
I've been taught to fight. I know what's gonna hurt. I know where your weak spots are. I know all the pressure points.
The Kingpin's just like, I'm just gonna throw my weight at you.
Yeah.
And you're gonna fall over.
Yeah, if I punch you, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Like,
Goodbye to that bone.
yeah. Like where
Comes out of your body.
when he's like with Matt Murdock
Bashing his
just
head.
bashing his
Yeah.
head in. Like Jesus
fuck.
Christ, you could feel it. It was horrible.
Yeah, he's.
I felt so powerless. I was like, no.
I was like, Matt, fight
Matt.
you, Daredevil. You got the double D's. Come on, Matt.
Beat him up.
Got those double D's, Matt.
And it's just he was so good. Like turning him into the Kingpin within a confined space of the jail.
Yeah, exactly.
Great idea.
It felt very natural.
Yeah.
Like it felt like at the end of season 1, like it was like, we're calling him the Devil of Hell's Kitchen. He's the Daredevil, and then he was like, "Well, I'm gonna be the Kingpin."
Yeah.
Like that would have fucked me off. But the
Yeah.
fact that it was thanks to the guy, like, I'm the Kingpin of this prison. Like this is my prison.
So then
Don't
he
be
just
fucking with my prison.
inherited the title of Kingpin.
He just becomes the
Yeah.
next Kingpin,
Yeah.
which is what it should have always been.
Like it's really good for the character because it sort of shows that no matter where he is, he'll just get success.
Exactly.
It's almost
and
like that's his superpower. Is
he's-
finding that success just
like,
wherever.
the thing with him becoming Kingpin, like the way they did it in season 1, where he wasn't really a mob boss, he was just sort of this very public person who.
Well, not at first, but
Well, but he became this almost like politician,
yeah,
like in a way,
yeah.
and he was very well respected. I was like, well, he's not a mob boss. He's not a kingpin.
Yeah, he's a
But now he's gone to prison and he's become a kingpin of the prison.
because now he's actually a criminal. And,
Yeah.
like
and that made me.
so if
made
he
me
ever
all
gets
kinds of
out,
happy.
like people will be like, "Holy shit, he's out!" Like
Yeah.
this guy's dangerous.
And I feel like Kingpin will be something that passes on through the streets. It'll be
Yeah.
like there's a new Kingpin in town,
yeah,
and it'll be like
his name is Vincent D'Onofrio.
his name is Wilson Fisk.
Fisk. We don't say his name.
Yeah, that annoyed me in season 1 because they set him up to be the Kingpin. Like, don't say his name.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so he's gonna only refer to or be referred to as the Kingpin.
That could've
and they
worked.
didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I wonder how they're gonna do this. And then he fell in love and some shit. I was like, oh, he gets beaten by his dad because he's
Great.
fat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You fat little shit.
And then he hammered his dad's head in. Jesus.
How good was the prison fight between Punisher and like the whole of the prison?
So good.
Especially when the cops wouldn't let him out and like Kingpin just stood over him looking. I was like, fuck, this is great.
Yeah.
This is some
Oh my
awesome
God.
shit. I was surprised they didn't do like any like a rape bit in that, like
Right.
with the prisoners and stuff.
Right.
I felt I felt like, especially the bit where the guy walks into Wilson Fisk and he's just sort of sat in his base. He's like, I'm the Kingpin, bitch. I felt like he was gonna be like, and you're my bitch, and
I see,
they were gonna
right.
try and go down that, and that's when he comes back and beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I was like pleasantly surprised that
yeah.
they just didn't
Didn't do that.
they didn't go down that.
I mean,
sort
I
of
think
route.
it's just done to death. At this point.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah, it's like the go-to thing.
yeah, and
Just,
like Orange
stop.
is the New Black does it quite a bit.
Yeah.
like
Well, that would have been... That's another thing. Like, 2 Netflix shows doing that same thing would have been like, you know... Well, I mean, they're tonally completely different.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But yeah. I felt like it was going to be very much like the Shawshank, like...
Yeah.
Aspect with Andy Dufresne and the sisters or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I was glad they didn't do that. But the bit where he goes in and kills the old Kingpin and his one or two
compatriots or whatever you call them, bodyguards,
thugs or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he walks out covered in he's got the blood splatter on him. Like he's like walking out. And he's like, "No, you're not coming out." He's like, "What?" And I was like,
I'm sorry.
I don't think they actually say anything.
I'm pretty sure he says
Kingpin does.
I'm sorry. Blah, blah, blah,
yeah,
something.
But all the cops do is just open the doors.
Yeah.
And he just sort of looks up and he's like, "Well, fuck you then."
It's like, well, you clearly don't know who I am, and then he just kills all of them. And he's like, I thought it was just a made-up tale that you were this good, but holy crap, I was proven wrong. Like, Jesus.
Fucking.
I really like that. They actually said that. Like, I thought it was just a tale of how good you were, but holy crap, you like.
Just proves himself.
Yeah, like legit good.
It was really fucking good. I keep thinking about it, I'm like, shimmy.
Yeah. Any sort of things you want to just quickly go over? Like just things that probably don't really need too much conversation. I think like Karen's keeps getting better and better.
Jesus.
Natural progression from
and the editor of Daily Bulletin.
Yeah. Thank God they've salvaged that character.
I know.
And he's no longer an asshole.
He's real good. Like season 1 he was just a bit of a cunt.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
In this one he's a real nice guy.
Yeah,
he's a nice
guy. Like caring for Karen.
Yeah.
Like
care for Karen.
The next
charity we have.
Caring for Karen.
Aid and I'll care for Karen.
Care for Karen. When he's like, these 2 police officers are going with you, and she's like, what is this patriarchal bullshit? That's so good.
her and Matt's relationship was very shoehorned.
Yeah, because it didn't. Nothing.
It felt natural. Like if this was the first season, it would have felt natural.
Yeah, but we had so much sort of Karen and Foggy last season to come into this season, and then episode 2. Yeah, coming into this episode 2 of season 2, and like suddenly Matt and Karen are just flirting. It's just like where does the Foggy thing go?
Was Foggy's like fling bitch who worked for the Matrix woman, Trinity out of Matrix?
Yeah.
Was she in season 1? Because that felt very like if she wasn't, that would have felt very out of nowhere.
Well, the blonde woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was she in season 1?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
He was like having sex with her every other episode.
I don't remember.
Come on, man.
Probably.
They went to the big law firm and like Foggy stood up to her. And,
no, I do remember that now. Yeah.
Because she is essentially what Foggy and Matt would have become had they not left the big law firm.
Okay.
That's kind of what her character showed.
Because Trinity made a cameo.
Yeah, last episode. That's cool.
That felt weird though, because there was a bit in it where she goes, "Oh, how's this salary?" And he sort of looks and he goes, "That was pretty good." That's interesting. and then she goes, "Not only that, but how does so and so and Nelson sound?" I was like,
"It's a mouthful."
It's a mouthful. Oh, that's a good mouthful.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's a bit. Like,
yeah, I mean, he's
good.
Would
he become a partner because of his open speech? Open statement?
I mean, like, they're trying to maybe say that like they are very good, but like, is he that good?
Yeah,
I mean, they'd want him on their team.
Yeah, I was like, maybe, him getting the job felt very like.
Or maybe it's like a promotional thing. Like, we've got the guy that did the opening speech from the biggest trial of the decade.
Didn't win.
But it still doesn't matter. Like, I suppose they were on the defending side of an unwinnable case.
It is publicity.
Yeah.
It's that just felt a bit weird. Like him being a.
But it's cool to know that he could appear in Jessica Jones season 2.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like.
I hope he does. That'd be great.
I hope. It would be cool to see some law versus like Nelson and Murdoch. That would have been a cool thing to like.
Yeah. Damn, I just remembered Claire Temple, the night nurse, leaving her job.
Oh yeah.
Completely forgot about that.
That was good, because that felt right.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be fun for the Defenders, because she's probably going to be in the Defenders, like, being
in the
like,
TV show.
Yeah, being the nurse. And like, she'll, like, that, I don't know if you know much about Iron Fist,
Not a huge.
I believe
deal.
his real name is Danny Rand, and he's like a billionaire, in the same way that Tony Stark kind of is. He's like part of that kind of rich world.
Yeah, because he's got a very similar story to Batman, doesn't he? Where he goes off and learns martial arts.
Yeah, but his actually has a bit of magic in it.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I think so. This is just another theory. Like, I feel like maybe he'll put Claire Temple on his payroll, and she'll be the actual nurse for the superheroes, and that'd be quite cool.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Because I've just realised why they're doing Iron Fist last.
Because it's the most out there.
Well, because it's gonna need the biggest budget.
Oh right, yeah.
Because he's gonna be a billionaire, and he's gonna
have an actual fiery fist in like scenes.
They're gonna need fancy cars and episodes and stuff, and big set pieces.
Yeah.
What did you think of the flashback episode where Matt and Elektra break into what's his name's house?
The guy that killed his dad. Yeah. I can't remember his name. Snowy, I don't know.
No, it's not.
I don't know why I said Snowy.
Or something, I don't remember.
I just thought it made Elektra look a bit psycho, and like after that, I sort of felt a bit funnier about her character.
I enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed the bit where she was like, I felt like her being like, yeah, this is where he lives, and then like tying him up and everything. I thought that's like.
But then she's there like, kill him. And like, I found her too creepy. And then every time after that...
The kill him stuff, after he punched the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Then it was like, okay, maybe this is now a bit much.
Yeah, because it's sort of like... And then you see in later episodes, Matt appears to be falling for her again. It's like... And then you remember that episode and you're like, no, she's a psycho.
She's fucking insane.
She's crazy.
That annoyed me with... It was obvious that she was going to die.
It was Amazing Spider-Man 2 of like, we're going to move to London. There's crime in London. I'll be alright. And then she died, and like it's that.
There's been 2 English Spider-Mans.
Yeah, well there are.
Yeah, there are 2 English Spider-Mans. That's a thing that's happened.
Yeah, crazy.
There's been 1 American Spider-Man.
Yeah, the ratio is quite funny because it's 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
Do you feel like you've said everything you want to say?
I feel like there's so much more I could say.
But yeah, we'll have to come back to it at some point.
Can't think about it. I think it's because we spoke about it earlier.
Just quick fire quick ones you can think of.
Episode 3 was really good again.
Yes. We had another hallway scene. This time it was going down some stairs. It looked like he was descending into hell. Ha ha ha. Film student. Ha ha.
You're an idiot.
Because there's fire on the bottom floor.
I want to talk about this in depth. I
Okay.
did this earlier, but where Frank shoots the hand guy at the end.
Yeah.
And then Daredevil's been unmasked, has been punched he's been uppercutted, and the mask fell off. And then Frank, knowing that Matt Murdock is now Daredevil, and also knowing that like Daredevil has these heightened senses and everything, just like the last thing he says is
See you red.
yeah, see you red.
Or something like that. See you around red.
I think it's see you around red.
Yeah.
And then
he sort of says it because he must know that.
Yeah, and he just says it. He doesn't like.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it. It's just like.
I hadn't even until you mentioned it earlier. Like I didn't even click like that.
That to me, I was like,
that's great.
Especially because in the comics, like Punisher knows what Matt Murdock does and everything. I was glad they've now addressed that.
This is another thing about that scene that I think we should talk about. A lot of people have said the one thing that was disappointing about it was the fact that he didn't use the minigun, and a lot of people were expecting that he was going to mow down a bunch of hand people. But I get the feeling that someone in the executive studio, or someone must have said like, "I get why you're doing this, but that's too much."
You know what would be?
He would literally be like the last episode of your show would be him massacring a bunch of basically. Are they all young ninjas or like just some of them?
Just ninjas. I don't know.
But still, like.
I think 35 was the age of the ninja who had already been autopsied.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
So
I just feel like someone said to them, like, don't do that because that's too much. Save that for next season. Don't end on that.
You know what would be the biggest cock tease in the world?
What?
Would be if Luke Cage or whichever one like comes like chronologically after Daredevil.
Yeah. Like
the first episode of whatever that is, like you get like a front page on like this from December like 25th or whenever like Christmas is, because that was when it ended,
Sweet.
And it's just like the front page is Punisher massacres with
ninjas
with machine gun.
Yeah, right,
and it's like you don't get to see it.
You just know.
But you know it happened.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, no.
No.
It was so angry.
Why?
If it's just like a post, it's one of the headlines on the back wall of Ben's office.
Oh yeah.
Ben's office.
Punisher massacres.
I'd be so like, I'd be like, no, this is not okay.
In fine print, it says, "Tune in for season 3 of Daredevil."
Do you think this is something that 2003 did, and it's also been done in the comics, and was done in the promotion for Daredevil with the double Ds?
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever see a fiery double D like Zorro left? Like Mark of Zorro?
No.
Do you think we'll ever get one of those?
No. Nope. And on that note,
I feel like we'll get one of those, like on accident.
No.
Or like it won't ever be addressed, but like the camera will pan up and this sort of scene, it's not really that clear.
Yeah.
But it's just sort of like a travelling shot where it's there, but you don't really know if it was on purpose or not.
I can't imagine them doing it without it being shit, basically. But then we say that about everything Marvel does, and then it turns out great.
Yeah,
So
well, 9 times out of 10.
yeah. So hopefully we just get the DD on the chest.
So after we finished the first, the final episode of Daredevil,
Yes.
as the credits were rolling, and it comes up with what to watch next. It's a little 20-second teaser for
Luke Cage,
big sexy man of steel. And we're not talking about Henry Cavill here.
No.
We're talking about Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. I don't know what I'm doing. Luke
Cage.
Cage. That's not like even a thing. Like, no one does that.
Nope. That's all. That's how Jessica.
Sweet Christmas.
That's how Jessica's. I forgot about that. I love Sweet Christmas. That's my favourite.
Oh my god.
They can't use that enough.
No.
Just keep doing it every time.
I reckon at the end of season 2 of Luke Cage, he's gonna get the tiara and the chain belt.
Let's hope so. And only wear yellow.
Only wear yellow.
Only wear yellow
yeah.
and jeans.
Damn.
Yeah.
It was just 20 seconds of just establishing the tone of what that series is going to be, I think.
Okay.
Where it was like mildly serious, but then it was like the joke of
Yeah.
I'm getting real tired of having to buy new clothes, and then just beating the shit out of all of them.
Do you think Luke Cage will ever meet? No, that's a stupid question. The guy who makes Daredevil's like stuff. Do you reckon?
Oh, it's possible though, because
I
think
feel like he'll meet him, but he won't ask him for like a costume. Because that was going to be my original question. Do you think he'll get like a bulletproof like?
Yeah, I feel like he will
Material.
But I feel like if they do it, it'll be Matt showing up during the Defenders, being like, "Bruh,
Right, you need new clothes.
I've got this guy. I know a guy,
I know a guy.
and I've got.
I have a guy.
And
I got this guy. Do you need stilt trousers? Okay, get your stilt trousers. You can have stilt for trousers. I know a guy.
Yeah, and then he'll just give him it in whatever warehouse or something they're going to be in. I don't know. What would the Defenders be about? I want to know. Just something cool.
It'll be Kingpin.
I'm so excited for it.
The Defenders will be Kingpin.
Yeah?
Yeah.
With Punisher?
Because I feel like... Because Kingpin's the consistent one.
But then you've also got Iron Fist bringing in all the mysticism that they're establishing in Daredevil. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of like the hand stuff going on.
Maybe Kingpin and the hand.
Yeah?
Maybe Kingpin gets the hand.
Ooh.
The hand are in the Kingpin's pocket.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but then it's like two completely different... It's like the Chinese cartel, though, isn't it? And then you've got like King... I don't know. But then that's the point, because they were all...
Well, the Kingpin's going to run New York.
Yeah.
Like the hand
it's gonna
to be under the Kingpin at some point. So I feel like that would be what the Defenders would be. And
or maybe an uneasy truce with the Kingpin, where the Defenders have to begrudgingly work with the Kingpin to stop the hand.
Ooh, yeah, and use his like resources and stuff. Ooh, I can't
Which,
wait
by
for
the way,
Kingpin to
where does the guy that makes their costumes get the money from? Because he must be using...
No, he just loves his wife. It's fine.
He loves Betsy.
He just loves Bessie. It's fine. No question. He just loves Bessie.
That's what pays for the materials. It's his
love
for
Betsy.
Yeah.
It's eternal.
Damn.
He's a good character.
He's
I really
a great
enjoy
character.
Him. I love the fact that the Stiltman costume keeps coming back.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the name of the character is, but you just keep seeing the trousers like in the background of shots and stuff. It's great.
He's like... It's kind of weird because last season he seemed very insecure, and that was probably because he was working for Fisk.
Yeah.
But like this season, he was much more confident, and it was great to
He
see
had
that
a few
he's changed.
jokes in there and
Yeah,
stuff.
like he was really cool, and he had his like suspenders. He was like, "Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
cool."
and
and,
his,
like,
his sort of suspenders and the way his top was like it almost matched his comic book like
yeah,
counterpart.
and he picked up the buzzsaw at one
yeah,
point.
yeah,
He was
he's
like,
like,
"Oh,
he
get
jumps
it?"
in, he's like, "Oh, chill."
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, that was
And I
good.
think the thing that you said, I think you said it, you thought it was a jar. Apparently, someone said it might have been the helmet that his character uses that he shoots the baton at.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, I don't know if that's
Yeah,
true.
that bit just sort of happened in.
Yeah, well, it was a split second.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Unless I went back and watched it now, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'll never know.
No. Do I care? Probably
no,
not really.
probably not. I'm trying to think of like more Easter eggs and stuff because there were a shitload in Daredevil. But yeah, Luke Cage does look great.
Yeah.
His character was really good in Jessica Jones.
I really like the logo.
Yeah, it's like the 3D like
Blocky,
font.
like, yeah.
Very, very much like a how you should like get from like the evolution from comic book to a thing.
That's kind of with all three of them really so far. Like,
yeah,
it's just-
Daredevil's is very much like
it's very close to the comic book.
Yeah.
But then it's kind of different. Like,
it's very much because the comic book's really bright.
yeah.
Like the
And I
costume
think
is
it's
like
one colour
cherry
as well.
red and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like it is very bright and everything. And it's got like a very like comic book font on the cover, which they've sort of gone with Daredevil. But they've added like dark and brooding like
grit to it and
Yeah.
stuff, you know. Like,
and then bullet holes, I think.
for this season.
Yeah, with some of the promotional stuff.
yeah. We were saying that we were saying before about what we think each series would be represented by a colour. So Daredevil was red, Jessica Jones was purple, Luke Cage will probably be yellow.
Yeah.
And then
I feel
Iron
like
Fist
it has
will
to be.
Yeah, it has
Like
to be.
yeah,
Fist
yellow
will be
yellow
green.
could be either Iron Fist or Luke Cage.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got the green costume with like the yellow accessories.
Yeah.
So I felt like it would probably be green.
I think Iron Fist is such an interesting one to me. It's probably the one I'm most excited about because it's so sort of different. I feel like it's just going to be all the stick episodes of Daredevil in a season, basically.
Yeah.
With all the crazy crap just going on, just like guy with a fiery fist that punches and causes explosions or something.
I feel like it's going to. I don't know why I'm saying this. Like, I'm smarter than everyone, but it's going to come after Doctor Strange. So magic's going to start to be
established in the. That's a good point. You're right.
So
this whole year so far has just been established magic in the Marvel universe because apparently I haven't finished it, but Agent Carter season 2 has done some setting up for Doctor Strange.
Oh, has it? Oh,
Yeah,
good.
apparently there's some kind of interdimensional thing going on that they're sort
of course.
of course, you know, and
Should have guessed.
which is
really.
what Doctor Strange is apparently doing. So, but then we've got all this sort of more mysticism this season for Daredevil, and then we'll get Doctor Strange, and then we'll be justified in having Iron Fist later on.
Well, Daredevil had like the immortality and stuff like that. So it's kind of coming out of nowhere, which is a bit nerve-wracking, like magic and like.
Yeah, but then I'm fine with that. I'm fine to have.
It's the same with like the Black Panther. Like he's not magic, but he's like they're this like race of.
Yeah, like super
race
advanced
or
race, like
So it's very much like
not really race. It would just be civilization.
Yeah, I mean, this is a universe where aliens exist. This is like, so it's not dark and gritty.
No.
It's not like these are all powers that have to be like real.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Hulk. You forget the Hulk. Everyone forgets the Hulk.
Well, everyone forgets that you're watching Daredevil and you could just sort of remember. You're like, hang on a minute, there are literally Asgardians like walking the earth, and like there is Asgard, and Iron Man went through a portal literally 30. I don't know.
Minutes ago.
Yeah. I don't know.
Always with those portals.
I was going to say 30 kilometres, but it's probably a bit too far away from where Daredevil was
like
set. But
30 blocks or whatever.
yeah, like 30 blocks. There needs to be a scene of just like, have we discussed this before? Of like all the Defenders back in 2012 during the alien invasion, of them just like doing their thing, or like them watching it. I'd love to see that because it would just tie it all in.
Oh yeah, but can you imagine the scene when Matt Murdock watches that?
Yeah.
Issues.
Yeah.
blind issues.
He'd smell them. He'd be like, "What the? Jesus,
That's new.
It smelled like something completely different."
Who's cooking fish? Sushi.
Sushi.
I don't know why Matt Murdock talks like that. in
No,
my head.
sushi.
Welcome to Nelson and Murdoch. Yeah.
This English accent comes back through because everyone's played by an English person
are.
nowadays.
We should do a countdown of all the English. We did that once.
Top
after a
10
podcast.
English.
Just all the English.
All the
All the
English.
English.
We're in the Marvel universe.
Are we?
Yeah, we
Oh.
play.
I could have been Spider-Man.
Mm.
I'm standing by this. I could have been Spider-Man.
Naked.
No, I might have
No.
I had an audition for Tom Holland's first movie, which was, I forget the name. No, it's How I Live Now.
Yeah.
Which also has the girl out of that TV. I don't remember. Anyway, decent film. I auditioned for it. I got a call back for it. I didn't get a call back. I wish I got a call back for it. But I auditioned for that film. He went into it. He then went into The Impossible. He did that thing, and then I also auditioned for Billy Elliot, which he was in. So, and he played Billy Elliot in it, and I auditioned for Billy Elliot as well. And I'm just not as good as Tom Holland. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
He's just been ruining your career.
Fuck you, Tom Holland. Fuck you.
Hashtag fuck you, Tom Holland.
I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'd like to meet him.
Yeah, he seems
Punch
like
him
a
in the
cool guy.
face. Stealing all my roles.
We'll tweet at him and say, "Come on." Or...
Me and Tom Holland is me if I got every audition I've ever gone to.
Yeah.
God damn it.
God damn.
Jesus. So yeah, I could have been in a movie with Ewan McGregor and Naomi Watts.
Should we tweet at him this
We should.
podcast and
I feel like
say,
he'd answer.
"Come on to
I'd
our,
be like, "Oi, Tom,
come on to
you
our
stole my role."
podcast." Yeah. as a sorry gift, you should come on the podcast, and we'll lose that audio as well.
Even if just at the end he went, "Hey everyone,"
Hey everyone. Yeah.
and they ran away.
Just like
Just a little laugh.
the door slams.
That'd be so good.
Wait, that actually was Tom Holland.
No, it just came in.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
hey everyone, and they ran away.
Hey, how are you doing, Tom Holland?
Hey everyone.
Wow.
That's what we got. Anyway,
I
this
think
has been fun.
We've just jumped the shark.
Yeah,
Here we go. Thank you very
This
much.
has been fun.
Hopefully we don't lose the audio.
I mean, we've already got.
Yeah, we've saved a good half
We tried.
of it. So, thank you very much for listening.
Yeah. Cheers.
If you did enjoy this, leave a comment saying, "Where the fuck's the audio, you idiots?"
Yeah, you leave a comment saying why didn't you talk about the fact that DC and Marvel aren't doing R ratings, or the fact that the Lego Batman movie came out, or the fact that anything
The trailer
else
came
happened.
out.
Admittedly, this is the best week for us to
not have anything to talk about.
because nothing happened.
It was like
So
we were scraping the barrel.
we really were.
Scraping that
We
barrel.
talked about the fact that Terminator 6 probably isn't happening.
It's like anything. You just be like, well, Back to the Future 4 probably isn't happening.
I mean, that Cards Against Humanity movie
Yeah.
probably not
isn't happening. Yeah.
More than likely, we're not getting a movie about Scarlett Johansson having neck down alopecia. It's just not going to happen. More than likely.
Thank you for watching.
Leave a comment and smack subscribe, or whatever Sam used to say on that thing.
I also used to go, "Peace out, booyah." That was my.
Can we have that? Steal that from yourself.
Well, thank you very much for watching. Hit like and smack subscribe. Peace
out.
out. Booyah.
No,
Thank you
I
very
like
much.
cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers.